Us in agro-business, various interest groups, our exhibitors, good and well-meaning people of Plateau State, men of the press, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Philip Renner. It is with warm greeting and extended pleasure that I welcome all of you to the first International Potato Value Chain and Other Root Crops Summit with theme, Repositioning Potato and Root Crops, Agri-Business in Plateau State, Issues, Challenges, and Prospects. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the projects are high. The projections are also very high, especially as agricultural production and productivity will enhance activities will be supported. The potato value chain has a key impact on additional income to an increased number of producers and entrepreneurs with an overall goal. It is on this note, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome all of you. But the man saddled with the responsibility to welcome all of you is here. And I'd like to welcome, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Charles, who is going to step forward here, my co-compare. Charles, please. Mr. Charles, please. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be working with Charles. He is going to come up at this time and welcome the man saddled with the responsibility to welcome guests. I welcome you, Mr. Charles.
Your Excellencies, the Deputy Governor, sir, I'm seeing you again. And of course, the Honorable Minister of State, you are welcome, sir. Our chairman, our mentor, the Executive Secretary of Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria, Professor Shaributu. I want to stand on all the existing protocol. It is my pleasure to equally join in welcoming all of you, including all stakeholders here, our farmers. We appreciate you for coming in large number. We thank you very much. And my job is simple today. This journey has come a long way. But to God be the glory. It is my pleasure to please welcome the MD CEO of ABG Pollard Resources Limited, Mr. Ambrose Okoje, to please come and say welcome to our audience. Ambrose Okoje, please. Could you please put your hands together for him? That is not enough. The more you clap, the more chances of you going to heaven. Thank you.
Good afternoon, His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Plateau State, Honorable Minister of State, you are welcome. Our Lord and spiritual guide, all of you are welcome. The Permanent Secretary, you are welcome. The Honorable Commissioner of Plateau State, you are welcome. The Executive Secretary at Nigeria Agricultural Research Council, the backbone of this project, you are welcome. All the traditional rulers, you are welcome. All the farmers. Can I see the farmers? Can I see the farmers? This is your day. The farmers, the special need, you are highly welcome. I've seen you guys there. Oh, let's hear the special need farmers. We are here to support you. You are welcome. All the delegates, all the people that have been supporting ABG Pollard, I greet you, I salute you. This is a dream come true for me. This is a journey of 3 years. My slogan of this program is, let's make Nigeria great again on agriculture. It has been a bump, but this will stabilize. I thank you for all of you coming on this great occasion. I'm very happy. We want to change the narrative of potato value chain and root crops in Nigeria. Honorable Minister, thank you. The Deputy Governor, thank you once more. I am very grateful. All the farmers, I greet you now. I salute you now. God will bless you. Peace, let peace reign in Plateau. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was our convener, Mr. Ambrose Okoje. Once again, shall we give him a befitting round of applause? Your Excellencies, more like our hosts, we like to hear from a phenomenal, an amazing gentleman. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, upon creation of the Plateau State Potato Value Chain Support Project, it has estimated beneficiaries with major concentration in potato producing, and of course 11 very amazing local governments has given into this very laudable initiative by His Excellency the Governor of Plateau State. And it's on these premises, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome the Honorable Commissioner of Agriculture, Plateau State, Dr. Husai Fenagrassi, step forward here to speak to us. Shall we please give him a resounding round of applause? He is the agricultural image maker of the state, and so I'd like to welcome him. I welcome you.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Plateau State, ably represented by the Deputy Governor, Professor Sonny Wale Toden, the Honorable Minister of State, Minister of Agri and Rural Development, Honorable Mustafa Baba Shehuri, the Executive Secretary, Agri Research Council of Nigeria, Professor Sharubutu, Executive Council members here present. Permit me to lean my protocol on the already existed one. I welcome you all to Plateau State on this August occasion of the first Potato and Other Tuber Crops International Value Chain Conference. Indeed, my joy knows no bound today. His Excellency, Right Honorable Samuel Bakula Along, I say thank you for making this happen. You will recall that this is a result of the visit of His Excellency with 17 local government chairmen that visited Holland and Germany precisely on the 20th of September 2019. And it was followed by another visit by German investors to Plateau State in November 2019. Since then, the Ministry of Agri and Rural Development have been interfacing with AG Polis to ensure that we organize the first international potato conference, which later was scaled down to a one-day summit. The essence of this particular summit is for us to gather together all the critical stakeholders to have opportunity to learn from the success stories of other nations who have made it well, so that Plateau State that have already prioritized potato as a crop that has comparative advantage on, we will be able to help our farmers at the small scale level upscale their activities to ensure that, one, we improve the livelihood of the farmers, two, we increase the income of the farmers, three, we create job opportunities for our teeming youth and women, and four, to leverage on this as well as a means of improving the economy of Plateau State through internal generated revenue. So I want to use this opportunity once more to thank His Excellency for the laudable concept to visit Germany to ensure that potato has a blessing of the state. Mine is just to tell you welcome to Plateau State, but permit me to enumerate a few among many of our giant strides in the agricultural sector in the state. Barely a week ago, His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, sent his representative to witness a farmers' field day and equally flag off what wheat cropping season for 2021-2022 in what is termed as the Brown Revolution. This field day was unique because only Plateau State has so far proven that wheat can be successfully grown in the rainy season in Nigeria, especially in semi-temperate weather such as ours. Today, again, the presidency is present on the plateau to yet again witness a conference that is first of its type in Nigeria. These are indeed outcomes of the strategic action plan developed by His Excellency Right Honorable Samuel Bakola Long, KSGG, on the assumption of his second tenure. The state development plan of this administration, which deliberately places agriculture as a key sector of our economy, is quite on track. In our agricultural sectoral development plan, we have one mission with 5 objectives. Our mission as a ministry is to create and facilitate the development of value-added agricultural businesses, thereby creating jobs, increase income to farmers, making food available, and improving the internal generated revenue of the state. To achieve this mandate and objectives, we have hired and deployed 400 trained extension workers across the 17 local government areas of the state, as directed by His Excellency, our amiable governor. In line with the value chain concept, where value addition is key, the ministry has facilitated tripartite agreement with wheat off-takers, the central bank, and landowners to boost wheat production. To achieve our 2021-2022 target of 10,000 hectares of wheat production, a wheat production committee has just been put in place. The choice of our state as a major wheat producer for the country is as a result of success recorded by the research trials carried out by the Lake Charles Research Institute in collaboration with the Ministry of Agri, Plateau State. Also under the Potato Value Chain Project, an adaptability trial for sorghum potato production has positively shown that additional 8 more local governments from the initial 9 can now also successfully farm sorghum potato. Hence, the need for this conference cannot be overemphasized, because in the next few years, Plateau State will conspicuously be on the global map of sorghum potato producers. The ministry, as it is at the verge of launching the Plateau State Agricultural Policy document, aimed at speeding up the development of the sector. We seize this opportunity to thank our development partners, especially the GIZ, for supporting this process and building the capacity of our farmers in potato production. Under the Nigerian Export Promotion Council initiative of one state, one commodity, Plateau State is obviously given the sorghum potato mandate. And we want to, at the end of the day, ensure that Plateau State becomes the center of excellence of potato in Nigeria. This implies more production, more value chain actors, more employment, and income. We have developed a youth employment in agriculture initiative aimed at engaging 34,000 youths across the state before the end of this administration. Sorghum, potato, and wheat are targeted to be the main drivers. As we brainstorm on developing the sorghum potato production in Plateau State, key challenges facing the crop is in the area of storage and processing. Post-harvest losses is estimated at up to 60% during the COVID-19 under the rainfall production. Private investors are welcome to contribute towards finding solutions to these challenges. At this juncture, I want to say thank you to APG Polars for the doggedness amidst all the challenges for making this conference happen. Permit me to once more again thank His Excellency, who has prioritized agriculture as #1 sector under the economic rebirth policy of his administration. He has supported this ministry immensely, in an immense way, to ensure that these are achieved. I want to use this opportunity to thank our farmers for hearing the clarion call to come together so that we can brainstorm and develop a roadmap for Selenium potato on the plateau. We are very hopeful as we dream that one day this particular international conference will not take place in Nigeria. It will take place out the shore. Dream of personalities, both young and old, participating because we have laid a good foundation Plateau. We believe that keeping faith with a strategic agenda will put Plateau State on the top of the list of food secure states in Nigeria. Once more, I welcome you to this epoch-making event. God bless you all. Thank you.
Once again, shall we give the Honorable Commissioner of Agriculture a resounding round of applause? Such an eloquent gentleman. Thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to make this special acknowledgement, and afterwards we will welcome the chairman of today's occasion. Do not forget, we have some of our speakers who will be joining us on online platforms. The co-chairman, Agro Business Alliance, it's already online and soon we'll connect him. So please, Mr. Frank Notman, please get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to Just Not and Honorable Dixon Chalon, former Council Chair, Barrack Ladi. These persons are so integral to the struggle in Germany that gave birth to what we are doing today. I'd like to especially thank them. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to speak to us is a very meticulous gentleman, such an erudite gentleman, a scholar, one who has risen to very great and enviable heights in the academia. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, he is an urbane gentleman, and I'd like to welcome to speak to us at this time for the chairman's opening remark. I welcome Professor Garba Hamidu Sharubutu. I welcome you, Executive Secretary, Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria. I welcome you. Shall we give our chairman a befitting round of applause as he steps forward here to give the chairman's opening remark? I welcome you.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Plateau State. Ladies and gentlemen, it has not stopped there. It's not about the Deputy Governor. It's about my teacher. It's about my mentor. It's about an academician of excellence. It's about a policy maker and a strategist. Sir, I want to acknowledge your presence, Professor Sonny Gwale Jordan. Excellency, my honorable minister, what makes my honorable minister special is that he is part and parcel of us in Plateau State, because just as I told him this morning, I said every important person in this country has one way or the other that has been blessed by Plateau State. The political arrangement in this country, right from the time of the Sardauna to date, are always being formulated here on the plateau. But for the Honorable Minister, his father had a stay in Pangshin, his mother had a stay in Pangshin, and he knows Pangshin very well. Sir, you are welcome back home to Plateau State. The Honorable Commissioner is my person, but as the chairman, I just want to say each and every one of us is welcome, particularly the potato farmers. You are contributing to not less than 95% of the potato production in this country. And whether anybody likes it or not, Plateau State is endowed with potato. It is our own. It grows here. We are committed to it. And so nobody will neglect the farmers of Plateau, especially that of potato. I'm very sure that this occasion will serve as a turnaround to inject more vigor into the production of these well-cherished products. Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister, sir, I want to use this occasion to welcome all of you to Plateau State, the home of peace and tourism. This occasion is important in many folds. Number one, it portrays the Plateau person as a very hardworking person. It portrays the Plateau person as a listening person. The farmers are those that are ready to learn and to impact. And this is a learning process. This is an occasion that we will listen to all of you and make sure that in policy formulation, even at the level of the federal government, we carry along most of the concerns of the people of Plateau, especially the potato farmers. Let me say this, that I have the opportunity and privilege today of being the Executive Secretary of the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria by virtue of the support of the government and people of Plateau State. So I have no any other responsibility other than to admire you people and to, as far as I'm concerned, look for every little opportunity that will enhance the life of my people. ABG Polos met me in the office and they said they are interested in Irish potato. And according to them, they would like to come and organize a seminar here and a big show. The expectation was that all machineries were going to be brought in, processing facilities were going to be brought in, experts were going to be brought in. But alas, the situation we found ourselves, especially with the COVID-19, has sent a lot of scar into our minds. We have decided that this seminar and this expo is going to be internationally viewed, and that's the more reason why we are on Zoom, to enable our foreign partners to key into what we are doing. I want to assure you that we have held discussion with the government of Plateau State. The Honorable Minister is well aware that in the next coming years, potato farming on the plateau will be something else at the positive level. With the permission of the Honorable Minister, I want to say that there is a further approval for many things to come on the plateau. The Honorable Minister has considered the importance of an oil product, that is the ethylene, and already the Honorable Minister has approved the sponsoring of a research on the development of ethylene, and already the Honorable Commissioner knows very well that experts are already on the ground working in Pankshin to try and see how we are going to promote ethylene farming. But most importantly, you know that we have an outstation in Kuru. This outstation is expected to research into potato. This outstation is going to be upgraded to be a full-fledged research facility under the root crop. By the grace of God, the RCN will inject more money. The RCN will bring in more experts, especially breeders, in order to solve our problems as far as Irish potato is concerned. The minister has already directed that all our research institutes must establish outreach centers in the nooks and crannies of Plateau State to promote the development of this product. I want to welcome you individually and collectively to this very important gathering, and to say that we are very pleased. I, as a Plateau person, I am happy to see this type of gathering, a gathering that only political rally can produce. The potato farmers have beaten the politicians to it. You are welcome, and you are welcome thrice again. Thank you very much. I wish you the best of luck.
Please put your hands together more for our chairman. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, George Whitefield, one of the greatest motivational personality, in his famous inspirational words, told his followers, press forward, do not stop, do not linger in your journey, but strive for the mark set before you. Our dream is to make potato another oil product for the people of Plateau. You've got wealth in your hands. All we require is to mechanize it, develop the value chain, process it, provide storage facilities, and then Plateau State will compete with Lagos in terms of revenue generation. Your Excellencies, you have this wealth in your hands. Please make use of it. To the glory of God, I'm sure that this journey that we have started, we shall climb the mountain top, and we shall rejoice when the people of Plateau are wealthy, living good. That is our dream. At this juncture, I want to introduce Mr. Frank Nordmann, one of our partners from Germany, who will speak to us virtually. He would have been here, but because of circumstances absolutely beyond his control. And that is why he will now address us virtually. Frank Nordmann is a co-chairman, Agri-Business Alliance. By the way, German Agri-Business Alliance is one of our strategic partners. So please, those at the control, I now want to introduce Mr. Frank Nordmann to please address us. But before you go, I want to say a little thing about the chairman. Chairman, thank you for everything you have done for ABG Polars. You stood by us even when we are looking for people to come with us along this line. God will bless you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We appreciate you so much. Mr. Frank Nordmann, please. And after this, we are going to Yeah, picture.
Yes, thank you very much. Can everybody hear me? Can I get a sign if everybody can hear me?
permit me to stay at this very position to address you. We're going to have the next goodwill message from Chief Steve Atobo, who is the chairman of ABG Polars. He is speaking with us from the United States. Chief Steve Atobo, please.
organizing muka shirya kanmu mai yiwuwa muka zo muka samu gwamnati sai mu ce to ga irin abubuwan da muke so mu yi. Don a zahirin gaskiya ba jiha nan kaɗai ba, ba Lagos ba, ba Kano ba, ba ko ina ba, duk wanda ya kwanta yana bacci gaskiya duniya za ta wuce mu. Yanzu wannan irin dukiya da mutane suke girbawa wanda mu muna iya buga kirjinmu mu ce za mu yi. Barin ba ku wani labari, muna nan wurin kowa ya sani, Vicampro sun zo nan, da suka zo sai muka musu rikon sakainan kashi, kafin mu ankara sun tashi wani ya zo ya kwashe su. Mu muna zaune a irin al'ada na da noma na da ba zai samu mu ci gaba ba. Muna da masu digiri, Your Excellency Minister, wallahi cikin masu noman nan da kake gani manoman nan akwai masu digiri, akwai masu masters, akwai MPhD, akwai lecturori, akwai civil servants, akwai 'yan siyasa, da wanda suka ci da wanda suka yi takara ma suka faɗi, dukansu muna da su a nan wurin. Abin da muke so kawai shine a mana alkawari mu organizing kanmu mu ga hanyar da za mu yi. Kai kwamishina aiki ya same ka, menene aiki da ya same ka? Dole ne ka tashi tukuru mu ga cewan abubuwan nan sun ci gaba, amma sai da goyon bayanmu. Mu zauna akwai mu, sai ka ga muna waya muna kashe recharge card na 1,000 na 500 wani ma na 2,000 a cikin kwana guda saboda surutu da labari kawai. Idan muka dinga ajiye wayannan ƙananan abubuwa muka taimaka ma microfinance bank namu, ni ina gani kaman za mu ci gaba. Ni wannan abin da na gani gaskiya ya tsotsa min rai. Ni ma zan koma gida, in akwai mutanen kwanfana nan na muku alkawari za mu zauna tare da ku, za mu tabbatar da mun zauna. Mutanen Shandan guna mun mu mutanen Shandan kuma za ku organizing kanku, na Mangu ku organizing kanku. Ba inda gwamnati za ta zauna ta ce ta cimma burinta makomi da komi. Gwamnati goyon bayan da za ta ba mu shine a fidda yanayi irin wannan, mu zo mu zauna mu taro. Amma duk wani mutumin kwamfan da ke nan wurin in bai san namba na ba, ya san gidana, ya san gonana, na yi alkawari ni kan anawa za mu fara yin wani abu. Amma tun da Allah ya sa ni ne executive secretary, ranka ya daɗe mai girwa mataimakin gwamna, gani ga ka, zan yi kalubale gare ka. Sati mai zuwa zan zo maka da albishir yadda za mu samu jigo shi ma daga Mangu, jigo daga Bokos, jigo daga Shandam, jigo daga Kanam, jigo daga wuri kaza. Gaskiya ba daidai, ba za mu yi wannan samina kawai mu koma mu kwanta ba. Wannan ya zama abin da zai bude mana ido. In kun ji gwamnati ta ce a ba mu goyon baya, ba maganan kuri'a ne kaɗai ba, maganan a ba da goyon baya mu zo da kalubale gare su, mu zo mu nuna abin da za yi. Amma ni kan na yana wa alkawari. AGP Polos, you know that we have entered into a memorandum of understanding with you. You will not call my people to come and sit down here alone. No. You must follow up. Because of that, myself and yourself will make sure that we work towards this thing. We need to help the governor. We need to help the deputy governor. Because you can see, just within the twinkle of an eye, they have been able to bring up people for those of us who are here. And we are going to be tired if you do not come. This is not about government of Plateau again. This is about ABG Polos. This is about all our local government areas. This is about us. Because when the governor said go and do work, we are expected to go and preach his principles, not to come back again to them. So I can assure you we will do something. Okay, we have the provost of Federal College of Land Resources in this place. Dan Mangune Katashi Suganka. Dan Mangune. Shi ma ya spearheading wani wannan bangare da sauransu. Your Excellency, we will be calling them one after the other to come and help you in this fight. This is not about kai ina gaya maka kenan kasan ga minista na nan kasan signature dina na ba minista shi kenan in Allah ya so. So please, let us see, there's College of Land Resources in this place. Through the effort of the government, the minister has approved more powers to them. So they are there. The minister has approved more power to Kuru. Kuru is there. They are all going to get the contact of these people because this is why we are here. Abu ne wanda za mu zauna mu yi magana sosai dalla-dalla. Sabila da haka in Allah ya so yadda za mu yi wani abu. I think we better move to the next point.
Thank you, sir. At this juncture, before I hand over the microphone to my brother and co-MC, I just want to inform the House that Nigeria produces about 834,000 metric tons of potato annually, which places us the 4th in sub-Saharan Africa, and of course, the 7th in Africa. And yet we are farming with traditional practice, tools, hoes, diggers. And you can see the way we have. In other words, if we are producing traditional tools, this quantity I just mentioned, imagine if we go mechanized, what will happen? Potato is the 3rd most consumed food globally, coming after rice and wheat. Consumed by 3.5 billion population of the world. Here in Nigeria, we have to wake up. Plateau, God has blessed you. I'm happy the Honorable Minister of State is here. I'm happy the Deputy Governor is here. The Governor himself is here. The Commissioner is here. So, Gafili Gadoki.
Thank you very much. His Excellency, allow me just welcome 2 persons for goodwill. And believe me, henceforth we will work with a very speedy pace so we can excuse you early enough. I'd like to welcome from the National Raw Material Research Development Commission to speak to us at this time. Please join me as I invite Dr. B.O. Olugbemi to please step forward here for 2 minutes for goodwill. A round of applause for the gentleman. I welcome you.
Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Plateau State, the Honorable Minister of State for Agriculture, please permit me to stand on already established protocols. My name is Dr. Olugbemi. I'm a director with the Raw Material Research and Development Council, Abuja. It's actually good to be on the plateau. And I must say that some of us that came from other states are actually envious of this state in view of what we have been shown so far that is coming to this state. And I must say that Plateau has been so lucky. My Director General, Professor H.D. Ibrahim, sent his salutation and best wishes to ABG Paulas and congratulate them for organizing this wonderful event. I must say that at the Raw Material Research and Development Council, we have been supporting programs that has to do with potato. Just last week, Wednesday, an event on potato value chain was held at our office in Abuja. The Potato Farmers Association of Nigeria, POFAN, actually launched a 10-year developmental rolling plan for the promotion and development of potato in Nigeria. And we supported this launch of this book with some token. and I believe ABG parlors should have a copy of this 10-year rolling plan. Secondly, in our office for the past 6 years, we have been housing an international organization on orange flesh potato, and we have been supporting all their programs. For the past 6 years, we gave them some office space in Abuja. Thirdly, we have not only been working on potato, but there are some other root crops. Because when you look at the theme of today's event, it also says other root crops. Your Excellency, Plateau State happens to be one of the states we did multi-locational trials of sugar beet. We know the challenges we are having with our sugar. In this country, we are still importing huge quantities of sugar because Basita is not really working, and the technology of converting sugarcane to sugar is quite cumbersome. But if you go the way of sugar beet, it's simpler. But we need to domesticate this. So we collected some seeds from Europe, from China, and then we did some locational trials. Plateau was one of the states we did, and the result was very wonderful. Yes, very wonderful. We were able to extract sugar. We were also able to extract glucose syrup and ethanol. These are things that are competing with food, especially our maize and cassava. But if you can find another alternative to produce glucose and ethanol, then we are there. There's another root crop that we are not giving cognizance to, and that is what we call a false yam. It's a type of yam we don't eat, but it grows wild. But we have to work with the National Root Crop Research Institute. Our focus is on how we can extract, again, glucose syrup and ethanol, especially for the chemical and pharmaceutical industries. And our effort has been able to see us through. We've been able to compound paracetamol using the starch we extracted from this stacker. And that will also save us a huge amount of money on the excipient we are using to produce some of our drugs. So we have been working tirelessly on various types of crops, and we assured ABG. I happen to be the chairman of our committee on agricultural boosting program, where we provide improved seedlings to farmers free of charge. And we are going to work with ABG on the aspect of agronomy, that's producing the seeds and giving to them, as well as the value addition, because it's critical that we should be adding value to our agricultural produce, not just planting and harvesting and selling. So we're going to work with them on so many products we can convert potato into. So on behalf of RMRDC, we want to congratulate you once more, developing the potato value chain. I want to thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellencies, before we hear from some financier, I think it is very pertinent in an event like this we hear from those who are into the business of potato themselves. And so I'd like to welcome from the Association of Potatoes Farmers of Nigeria, Dan Okafor. I'd like to welcome his representative for 120 seconds to say a word, and then we will hear from Access Bank PLC, and that will be all for goodwill. I'd like to request he comes up very quickly with a round of applause. Okay, whilst we wait for him to come, he's stayed at the rear end. I'd like to welcome from Access Bank PLC, ladies and gentlemen, Nkechi Akachukwu J. Shura, I welcome you. Shall we give her a round of applause? Of course, Your Excellency, we cannot rule out the huge financial implications to mount such projects, and so we cannot rule out the bank. Access Bank PLC, I welcome you.
Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Plateau State, Professor Sani Theoden, Honorable Minister of State for Agriculture, Honorable Commissioner for Agric Plateau State, traditional rulers here present, my Lord spiritual and temporal, farmers, you hold our economy. distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with great joy that I deliver Access Bank's speech at this auspicious occasion of the first International Potato and Root Crops Value Chain Conference and Exhibition Exposition. Agriculture contributes greatly to the economic growth in Nigeria. Recent data between April and June 2021 indicated that the sector contributes up to 22.13% to the nation's total nominal GDP. There is no gainsaying that agriculture remains a key activity for Nigeria's economy, second only to the oil sector. Beyond its significant contribution to economic growth, agricultural activities are also known to provide food and livelihood for millions of Nigerians. For instance, root and tuber crops represent a key aspect of agriculture due to their synonym with food security, the absence of which can lead to starvation in Nigeria. The National Root Crops Research Institute, NRCRI, reveals that out of the 70% of Nigerians who engage in agriculture, over 45% engage in root and tuber crops production. Today, Nigeria is one of Africa's largest producers of root and tuber crops such as cassava, yam, sweet potato, Irish potato, ginger, turmeric, and many others. However, the production of these root crops, especially potatoes, is bedeviled with peculiar challenges. Environmental factors such as poor land tenure system, low level of irrigation farming, climate change, and land degradation negatively impact root crops productivity. Other notable factors that hinder root crops productivity in Nigeria include low technology, high production cost, and poor distribution of inputs, limited financing, high poor harvest losses, and poor access to markets. Despite the fact that Nigeria is one of the largest producers of potatoes in sub-Saharan Africa, with annual production estimated at 3.46 million tons per year, more than 85% of potato production is carried out by farmers who maintain small-scale farming and carry out their operations manually with traditional farm tools. Mr. Charles just said that a few minutes ago while he was talking. As such, it is apparent that farmers and processors of potato and other root crops need to be introduced to the latest mechanized farming equipment, tools, and provided with financial intervention funds to enable them to increase their production and maximize their investment returns. The desire to find lasting solutions to these challenges for even better root crop production in Nigeria is why Access Bank is proud to be associated with the first International Potato and Root Crops Value Chain Conference and Exhibition Exposition in Jos Plateau State. We are especially proud that this conference and exhibition is being facilitated by Access Bank's esteemed customer, ABG Polus, in collaboration with the Plateau State government. We have no doubt that this exposition, which covers production, logistics, processing, preservation, packaging, and promotion of potato and other root crops in Nigeria, will aid in the devising of realistic and aggressive root crops production programs that will necessitate a transformation of the existing traditional production practices. Access Bank acknowledges the importance of this expo in providing opportunities for several conglomerates to venture into mechanized farming in the country. This will not only foster an increase in food security, but a creation of job opportunities across the value chain and consequently a reduction in crime. During this expo, it is imperative that we are able to actualize the desire for increased exportation opportunities, favorable balance of trade, conservation of foreign exchange, and job creation opportunities across all strata of the economy. The bank's commitment to the success of the first International Potato and Root Crops Value Chain Conference and Exhibition Exposition aligns with our ethos and unwavering support for landmark agribusiness in Nigeria. As a bank, with firm belief in agriculture as a viable sector in a much-needed economic diversification, we have hitherto demonstrated a dedication to sustainable agriculture by developing and supporting various agricultural intervention programs in Nigeria. We have also been hailed for our commitment in helping our esteemed customers access available agricultural intervention schemes in the last few years. We enjoin all major practitioners, stakeholders, investors, federal and state governments to put all hands on deck to stimulate the industrialization and commercialization of the cultivation and production of food crops in Nigeria. Once again, I'd like to reiterate that we are proud to be associated with the success of the Expo, which we have no doubt will yield excellent results in no distant time. We wish you all a great exposition. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Plateau State, the Honorable Minister of State for Agriculture. We're supposed to go straight to the keynote, but just whilst the lady was up on set, our boss, the boss himself, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, has sent in his representative, who just stepped in now. And I think it's very imperative we hear from him before we go to the keynote address. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome from the office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Nasambo Jubril Umar, Assistant Director in the office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. I'll really appeal if you can keep it very short so we can have the keynote address by the Honorable Minister, and then His Excellency declares the summit open. Shall we please give him a resounding round of applause? I welcome you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Deputy Governor of Plateau State, the Honorable Minister of State for Agriculture, members of the participating team here present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to represent, my name, as earlier said, is Nasambo Jibe Umar, representing the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa, who wished to be here himself to deliver a keynote address at this august and important gathering, but due to some pressing official engagement, he could not make it to this very important occasion, and has therefore directed that I should stand in for him to deliver his keynote address. But honestly speaking, the illumination in this area is very, very, I'm not very, the light here is very, dull for me. Yeah, so it's that I can, and I don't use eyeglasses. So please, can you please light this place? Thank you very much. All protocols observed. I stand here to read the goodwill message on behalf of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa, as I earlier stated. ladies and gentlemen, permit me to read the good message of the Secretary of the Government of the Federation as instructed. It is an honor and pleasure to be invited to deliver the goodwill message at this maiden International Potato Value Chain and Root Crops Conference exhibition organized by ABG Paulus. Ladies and gentlemen, this is to commend and congratulate you and the entire team at this occasion for a successful hosting of this first of its kind international conference and exhibition. The conference and exhibition is centered on overall goal of the potato value chain, which is to contribute to employment generation and to share wealth creation among the potato community in Plateau State and Nigeria as a whole. As we all know, food security is paramount to the government and people of Nigeria, and as such, this government has every reason to support this program as a research. This is to assess rural infrastructure. The project's specific objective is to increase on sustainable basis the income of smallholder farmers and rural entrepreneurs that are engaged in the production, processing, and storage of marketing of potatoes. Agriculture is at the center of the Nigerian economy, providing the main source of livelihood for the majority of Nigerians. The farming sector of this West African country employs about 70% of the entire country's labor force. Nigerian small farms produce 80% of the total food, and 33% of this country's land is under cultivation for this purpose. This is the leading African country in farming because it has the highest level of productivity and profitability in this particular sector. Agriculture in Nigeria is the foundation of the economy, and it keeps the people stable in what they do. As we all know, Plateau State accounts for 80 to 90% of the potato production in Nigeria, and it is no longer news that the Jos Plateau has the favorable climate for potato production, hence a laudable initiative that the maiden edition of this exhibition and conference is building in the state capital. The agricultural transformation policy agenda in Nigeria is and has been key to agricultural development. Food security, import substitution, job creation, economic diversification, and priorities of the new agricultural promotion policy is all that this government stands for in order to promote agriculture in the country. The potato sector has recently gained importance in public policy. A new potato value chain development program is a sign of this improved importance. Agriculture plays a crucial role in the economy of Nigeria and provides the main source of food, income, and employment to the rural communities. According to FAO 2000, it has been established that the share of agricultural population in the total population of Nigeria is 70%. That agriculture accounts for 39% of the GDP, and that 43% of all export and consists of agricultural goods. It has become increasingly evident in the last few years that conception of both economists and policymakers regarding the role of agriculture in economic development has undergone an important evolution. This sector has several untapped potential for growth and development in the availability of land, water, labor, and its large internal market. It is estimated that about 84 million hectares of land in Nigeria are still untapped for agricultural production. However, only about 40% of this is under cultivation. Productivity in the cultivated lands is also low due to small farm holdings and primitive farming methods. Nigeria has therefore become heavily dependent on food imports. In addition to diverse, rich vegetation that can support heavily livestock population, it also has potential for irrigation. Once more, I wish to extend my appreciation to the organizer of this event, not forgetting its effect in the future of not just economic development, but the ripple effect on every other aspect of the economy. Ladies and gentlemen, the present day government is very active and forward-thinking in the contribution to this sector of the economy. Hence, the various agencies, initiatives, institutes, foreign and international collaboration, and various agreements that the country has signed, all in a bid to boost agricultural sector of the economy. As I conclude this message, I would like to inform the organizers that the commitment and enthusiasm in hosting this event is greatly appreciated, and your contribution to national discourse on important issues such as this are highly appreciated by the federal government. I therefore implore that you take forward salient issues discussed at this event to complement what the federal government is doing at the first level in order to move this country forward in food production and agricultural development. Finally, I thank you all for your attention and wish you the best of the program. Thank you.
Thank you. Excellent remarks coming from the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. And just before we hear from the keynote speaker, a very quick information. ABG Exporters, in conjunction with Sheila Switzerland, it's carrying out a free BP check. So our health practitioners are the entrance of the hall, and it's for free. So do well to check your blood pressure and discuss other related health concerns with them. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is the first international potato value chain and other root crop summit with theme repositioning potato and root crop agri-business in Plateau State, issues, challenges, and prospects. To speak to us at this time in the instance of the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, I'd like to welcome at this time to lend his voice to this very lovely, timely, and pertinent summit. Ladies and gentlemen, may I find the honor to welcome, very specially as he steps forward here, the Honorable Minister of State for Agriculture and Rural Development. Join me as I invite Mustafa Baba Shehri as he steps forward here for the keynote address.
Excellency, the Executive Governor of Plateau State, ably represented by the Deputy Governor of Plateau State, His Excellency Professor Sonny Wanle Tayedin, the Commissioner of Agriculture, my brother Dr. Hosea Estepanos, other commissioners and members of the State Executive Council here present, the Executive Secretary, Agricultural Research Council, Professor Garba Shargutu, a son of the soil, the Managing Director of ABG Palos, Mr. Andy Okoji, distinguished farmers, especially potato growers, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It gives me a great pleasure to be here to witness this inaugural International Potato Value Chain and Route Exposition, the very first of its kind in Nigeria. I must admit that this is a commendable initiative coming from the efforts of Plateau State government, ABG, Paulus, and other partners, both domestic and foreign. In the light of the economic diversification drive of the present administration, in which agriculture has become a pivot, initiatives such as this is highly desirable by the ministry. It is in this regard that the ministry has to endorse this inaugural conference. Going forward, the ministry will also explore the opportunities and resources available to support subsequent initiatives that will boost potato and other root cross production and processing. Let me start by reiterating the commitment of the federal government in ensuring that the country does not experience any food crisis post-COVID-19 pandemic. The ministry took some practical measures to mitigate any adverse effect that might escalate the food crisis. We have since rolled out or distribution of agro-input palliatives across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. Several interventions for dry season farming, which are in pipeline to make up for the losses suffered by farmers as a result of the recent flood in some parts of the country. It is a known fact that Nigeria has a comparative advantage in the production of roots and tuber crops. In reality, the country leads in the production of yam, cassava, and sweet potatoes in Africa. Presently, the 7th highest producer of Irish potato production. With this type of initiative, we are on the course to become the top 3 world producers by the year 2025. The ministry is also aware of the huge investment opportunities that exist within the Irish potato value chain. However, there are some challenges such as poor seed rates, not only at federal level, but also at state level. Let me say categorically that the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development is firmly committed to tackling these challenges and is committed resources to this effect for the benefit of potato farmers in Nigeria. Some of the measures taken to tackle these challenges include the establishment of Tissue Culture Center at the National Root Crop Research Institute substation here in Jos. Plateau State, to solve the seed problem, a 20-hectare irrigated land, which is also ongoing to support seed multiplication, and a 10-ton cold storage facilities is currently being built in the station. In addition, 2 cottage factories have been constructed at Pangshin and Bokos local government areas to support processors in the state and to address post-harvest losses. All of these have been done in recognition of Plateau State as the highest producer of Irish potatoes in Nigeria and sub-Saharan Africa. As a matter of fact, the Plateau State rural economy revolves around potatoes production. Recently, Ministry and Rural Development Procurement procured some equipment to support production. This equipment have been made available for potato cooperative farmers at a highly subsidized rate. I therefore call on potato farmers across the nation to take advantage of the numerous supports available to boost the production. I do recognize the effort of other potatoes in other states. I do recognize the effort of other potato producing states such as Adamawa, Kano, Kaduna, Cross River, Bauchi, Taraba, Jigawa, Zamfara, Kebbi, Nasarawa, and Sokoto. These states are also leading producers with good and suitable climate that also optimize their production in all year round. Indeed, their joint efforts have contributed immensely to the potatoes producers to make Nigeria among the top leading producers. There is need to consider the prospect of extending your activities to those states. Furthermore, I want to enjoin your company to continue to collaborate with relevant government authorities, agencies, research institutes, and other non-governmental stakeholders for a holistic approach to the revitalization of potato value chain and other root crops. I look forward to see the viable business relationship in this venture. I want to use this medium to call and will compress on our research institute, particularly the National Roots Crops Research Institute, to work closely with ABG Paulus to achieve in developing an effective and efficient potato value chain of significant economic benefit to the people of Plateau State. Finally, I look forward for a successful program. I hope the next 3 days will afford all the opportunity for a robust interaction among the participants. Once again, it is therefore an honor and privilege to be part of the opening ceremony for the International Potato Value Chain Conference. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you. This only goes further to show that we have the very huge backing of the federal government. Shall we please give the Honorable Minister a resounding round of applause? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, originally this morning, His Excellency, our father, meant to be here, but somehow he has sent in a very worthy and compassionate brother in his instance. Before I welcome the Deputy Governor to speak, just a few things about His Excellency, Right Honorable Barrister Simon Lalong. He's a very dynamic, proactive, and result-oriented gentleman with a very sound background in law. As his first major, is seasoned and accomplished congressman who rose to become Speaker of Plateau State House of Assembly and thereby becoming the chairman, Speakers Forum. He is a Nigerian lawyer from the famous Ahmadu Bello University Zaria and a politician with the entire northern region in his honor. He is a man who provides real leadership in areas of human capital development, robust agriculture, in ITC, with an inherited debt burden of over 220 billion. That's what he met as governor. But as we speak today, is a thing of the past. Ladies and gentlemen, he also met a very dire strait of the padlock of Area's old civil servants. Again, as we speak, the governor has to his credit, is a thing of the past. Ladies and gentlemen, when he came on board, he assembled an economic team with a mandate to think outside the box. He has judiciously cleared the padlock of civil service unpaid allowances, pension, and gratuities. How can we be in a hurry to forget such an amazing gentleman? His records are very unarguable, very pace-setting, from infrastructure to agriculture, from policies to education, from civil service welfare to economic enhancement, and the list goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a very accomplished, accepting, active, and appealing with his affectionate and attractive leadership prowess. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and now to declare the first international potato value chain and other root crop summit 2021 open, please I'd like to welcome in his instance, again, our father, an erudite gentleman, a scholar, and academics. Most importantly, he's here as a Deputy Governor of Plateau State. Join me as I welcome His Excellency, Professor Sonny Gwale Tilden, as he steps forward here to declare this summit open. I welcome you.
The chairman of the occasion and the executive secretary, Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria, our own Professor Garba Sharubutu, the Honorable Minister of State for Agriculture and Rural Development, the representative of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture, Plateau State, Dr. Jose Finangwai, the Deputy Chief of Staff, the MD, CEO of NICEL and ABG Polas, Executive Chairman of Local Governments, Directors of Federal and State Ministries of Agriculture, our development partners, both here and in the diaspora, lead presenters, esteemed potato farmers of Plateau, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I bring you greetings from His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Plateau State, Right Honorable Simon Bakola Lalong, KSGG, who would have loved to be here himself. First, because he's the governor of the state, and second, because he's an active farmer. But unfortunately, he is being held up by other engagements, and therefore delegated me to be here. But his goodwill is with us. I now present his speech. I'm delighted to welcome all of you to Plateau State, the home of peace, tourism, and indeed the home of potato and agriculture in general. I'm happy that after several postponements, this occasion is finally holding. I therefore welcome the Honorable Minister of State for Agriculture and other stakeholders to the peaceful and serene atmosphere of Plateau State. Barely a week ago, I was privileged to present the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, as Plateau State hosted the Farmers Field Day for the first ever rain-fed wheat farming in this state. This occasion was also used by His Excellency the President to flag off the 2021-2022 wheat cropping season. This event today focuses on potato, one of the most prominent crops that Plateau State is known for at home and abroad, and it speaks volumes of our determination to make agriculture the mainstay of our economy. When we prioritize agriculture in our midterm sector strategy plan, we were clear about the goals we intend to achieve. To witness another agricultural activity back-to-back involving the participation of the federal government within a short span is without doubt a strong statement that validates our push for more agro-related activities. Permit me to specially thank ABG Polas for believing strongly in the Plateau project and for paying special attention to agriculture. I want us to give them a round of applause for this. I'm insisting on a round of applause because I personally knew what they went through, and it is due to their resilience, their determination, and their belief in the farmers in Plateau State that they kept on, and this became a reality. Thank you very much. The first International Potato Value Chain Conference and exhibition could not have come at a better time than now, considering the huge potentials and comparative advantage of Plateau State in roots and tuber crops, exotic fruits, flowers, and vegetables production. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our weather is comparable to none in the country, and it gives us the comparative advantage of producing 95% of Solanium potatoes consumed in this country. It is in this regard that we are currently implementing the Plateau State Potato Value Chain Support Project, which has counterpart funding from the African Development. The project has increased production per hectare through the production of high-yielding and disease-resistant varieties of potato. So for the Potato Value Chain project, we have constructed a tissue culture laboratory in Mangu, 3 processing centers across the state, and 9 diffuse light stores, which are almost completed and will soon be ready for use. Because of our God-given multi-geo-agro zones across the 3 senatorial districts, crops such as yams, cassava, rice, maize, sorghum, and other cash crops, including sesame and soybeans, are also grown in the state in significant quantities. Plateau is thus endowed with all-season agricultural potentials. As for potato, we are second to none in Nigeria and have a high reputation for production of crops in large quantities. This international conference is indeed holding at a time when we have put our best foot forward in consolidating our position as far as potato is concerned in Nigeria. Jos Potato has come to stay, and we will drive it to higher heights. It is our hope that after this conference, the story of Jos potato and other root and tuber crops will never be the same again. We are determined to enhance potato production using modern technologies and also building the capacity of our farmers to adopt modern methods of production, storage, marketing, and processing. With the recent designation to a commercial level where we can meet domestic demand and also export, we have no option than to add value to the product and to give our farmers more income. I want to ask all investors, both international and local, present here today, to state government towards achieving the objectives of our private-public partnership arrangement in revolutionizing the potato industry in the state. The government has put in place necessary incentives for rewarding PPP arrangements. Because today's event is a culmination of the initiative of our government to scale up agricultural activities, we are hopeful that this initiative will provide jobs and take our youths off the streets. This will help us deal with crime and restlessness that has affected our society negatively. Following our visit with Mr. President to Holland, we are also making efforts to modernize animal husbandry with a view to end open grazing. Plateau State is on the verge of accessing funds from the National Livestock Transformation Program to commence ranching and associated agro-related businesses. I want to therefore specially appreciate partners led by ABG Polas, Grimer, Potinga, Nicel, and others who have worked assiduously towards ensuring that the state carried its visit to Germany and Holland and to make sure that those visits were not in vain. This first International Potato and Other Tubers Conference and Exhibition in Plateau State is therefore a very big step in reaping the benefits of our partnership. I call on other value chain actors in the vegetable sector to come into partnership with the government of Plateau State because there are limitless and abundant potentials in the sector yet to be tapped. Plateau State used to be the home of exotic flowers in the country, and we are doing everything possible to see that we restore that legacy. Finally, I wish to assure all investors that government is doing everything possible to sustain the security of lives and properties in the state. We have achieved a lot in the last 6 years, and there is no reason to falter back. Do not be deceived by social media misinformation and fake news and exaggerations. Once more, I welcome you to Plateau State and wish you a memorable experience as you enjoy our hospitality and eat part of our efforts in potato production. God bless Plateau State and the Federal Republic of Nigeria. On this note, I hereby formally declare this occasion open. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you for that warm speech. Before I call on one of the most hardworking personality that I've met in my life, I want to seek your indulgence to please permit me to thank a few people that made this work apart from the Plateau State government. These personalities work so hard, interconnecting us, inspiring us, and of course, leading us into the success of today's program. And first of all, I want to thank, especially on behalf of ABG Polas, Dr. Bala Tongele, official Crown Prince of Plateau State. Thank you so much, sir. Please give him a round of applause, please. Dr. Bala, we are very, very proud of you. I want to specially thank, of course, the Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture, Plateau State, for the good role you played. God will bless you. I want to thank the Permanent Secretary, Minister of State, Minister of Agriculture, Plateau State, Ebe Guatao MNI, even though he will be here to, thank you for that. But I want to thank him before he thanks you. And of course, Mr. Timothy Mopshin, thank you so much, Coordinator, Potato Value Chain Project, Plateau State. And there are two people, two former chairmen of local government areas in Plateau State that stood behind us and have worked so hard with us for 2 years now under this project. Honorable Philip Nyam, former local government chairman of Just Not local government area, thank you so much. We appreciate you. And of course, Honorable Dixon Cholom, two-time chairman of Barakin-La, the local government area. I equally want to say that the Access Bank is here, so in case all our farmers, in case if you want to just go to the Access Bank stand and discuss with them, they will tell you what to do. At this juncture, please put your hands together as I welcome Mr. Ebe Guatao MNI, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Agriculture, Plateau State, to give us a vote of thanks. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Plateau State, Right Honorable Dr. Simon Bako Lalong, KSGG, ably represented by a very amiable, quiet, humble, respectable, and a far-sighted individual in the person of the Deputy Governor of Plateau State, in the person of Professor Sonny Gwanle Tiodan. The Honorable Minister of State for Agriculture for the Federal Republic of Nigeria, please permit me, Your Excellency, to lean on the already established protocol. Your Excellency, I find it great honor and a privilege to be asked to move this vote of thanks on behalf of your good people. I am particularly delighted to do this because usually when you move the word of thanks, the people leave God to thank you. But mine is different today because even before I move the word of thanks, someone else has already thanked me. So I'm deeply humbled and I'm privileged. Your Excellency, for those of us who have been around for a while, we know that different administrations have made attempts at improving potato production on the plateau. I recall that in the 80s, the Lara administration attempted to give attention to the potato production on the plateau and went as far as attempting to put a potato laboratory at Gadabu. This we saw, it came to a halt. It started to deteriorate until finally we have nothing standing there. It all happened before you came in. But because you are a man of vision, you're a man that is committed to touching the lives of your people, you decided to chart a different course and give us a different narrative. It is this narrative we're witnessing today. Your Excellency, today, by your vision and shared doggedness, Plateau State has been able to put some institutional arrangements in place for us to move to the next level in the production of potato. Plateau State today, through the Potato Value Chain Program, has a tissue culture laboratory in Mangu. We have some marketing outfits in different parts of the states, especially in areas where they produce potatoes a lot. All this you have done. Like you rightly pointed out in your speech, Your Excellency, it is again due to your purposeful leadership that we were able to witness and to give to Nigeria something that is a first, that Plateau will make Nigeria produce the rain-fed wheat for the very first time. And it is during your administration, and it's as a result of your commitment, your doggedness, and sincerity of purpose. To say just a thank you will seem inadequate, but Your Excellency, I am your employer, your employee, and what else do I have to say thank you to you? Other than to ask all the potato farmers on the plateau, please, if you're a potato farmer on the plateau and you have witnessed what is happening on the plateau with potato, you are here today to be a part of this history that we are transiting from the normal way we farm potatoes to mechanized way, and thus giving us more yield, and more yield implies more revenue for us. Please oblige me. May we rise and give His Excellency a standing ovation for that which is done. Thank you. Thank you very much. The Honorable Minister of State for Agriculture, your presence here is not just a call of duty. You have also proven to us that you are a friend. You have moved beyond the call of duty. You could have sat back in Abuja and said, I'll fly in. Even if I'm late, I will apologize to His Excellency only by the side. The rest of you may not hear. But you decided not to do that. You did not only come alone, you came with all those that matter to witness this event, because you've given it the pride of place that it deserves. For this, we say we are deeply indebted to you. We are grateful, and we say thank you very much. Thank you for coming. We will always look towards you as our friend and a brother. Thank you for coming, sir. I'd like to thank Your Excellency, our very own, a man that has walked in your own footsteps, our very own professor in the state, a distinguished and a worthy son of the soil, an erudite scholar, a professor of international repute, a man that is visionary, but above all, he has Plateau at heart. This person is no other person but the Executive Secretary of the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria, in the person of Professor Garba Sharubutu, MNI. He has always been there for us. Even when we are on other duties to Abuja, and we say, Prof, we're in your town, we don't have to say, we want to visit you. He will say, you cannot live without seeing me. And each time we see him, it's a lecture, sir. He begins to tell us, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to cross these T's, you know, to dot the I's. We want agriculture to move on the plateau. This, we say, we are grateful. Thank you very much, Prof, for being here. Your Excellency, you will permit me to thank my own immediate boss, the Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture on the Plateau. Your Excellency, you have always done it well. You are in the habit, it's very characteristic of you, to put square pegs in square holes, round pegs in round holes. I'd like to thank the Honorable Commissioner for purposeful leadership at the ministerial level. We'd like to thank, alongside with him, his other cabinet members who have shown commitment to matters of agriculture. I see here the Honorable Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs is seated here amongst us. We'd like to thank you, sir, for coming. We'd like to thank the Honorable Commissioner for Science and Technology, who has come to join. We are very grateful. There is this person, though quiet, but his actions have been very impactful. We'd like to thank him for always being there. opening the doors for us and helping us get the things done. This is no other person but the Deputy Chief of Staff in the person of Honorable Vem. We thank you very much, sir. I'd like to thank the representative of the Secretary to the federal government for making it here. We appreciate you, and we thank you for that wonderful speech of the Secretary to the federal government. We like to urge you to take back to him our gratitude. Thank you for coming. I'd like to thank the representative of Raw Material and Research Institute. Indeed, most agricultural products are raw materials. That is why we talk about the value chains, the processing, and turning them into many other useful things. We thank you for being part of this event. We'd like to thank APG Paulus, Your Excellency. You have said it yourself that they have persevered. They have remained consistent to the vision that they came in with. They have been under stress, tremendous stress, but they have kept faith with the Plateau project. They have insisted, and through resilience and doggedness, they have ensured that they partner with your government to see this day come to light. We'd like to thank you, our brother Ambrose Okoje, leading the APG Paulus. We'd like to thank you alongside with your other team members, like our brother Charles. It is worthy of mention here, Your Excellency, that in the APG Paulus arrangement, it is not only those who came from there to do things with us, but we have local content in their arrangement. And that is, we have representatives within their management in the persons of Mr. Philip, a former chairman of Just Not Local Government, and our brother Dixon, a former chairman of Barkin Ladi Local Government. These two sons of yours have synergized very well and network so well with these people to ensure that we get this done and achieve so much for potato on the plateau. Your Excellency, I will round up this word of thanks with a request which the farmers of Plateau State have brought on to us. That you, being a very responsive and sensitive leader to the yearnings and aspirations of your people, you have blazed the trail in so many areas, and agriculture will not be an exception. Now, you have turned your direction on potato. Our farmers on the plateau want to mechanize. They want more money. They want a better livelihood. We have assured them, Your Excellency, that we will put this to you, and we know you will take it to the next level for them. Our farmers will begin to smile because there will be mechanization. Your Excellency, I know yesterday you were busy but you took time to sway in some other people to come and enrich your administration. Very characteristic of you, you choose the best. And this is demonstrated by their presence in this hall today. They were sworn in yesterday, and they decided they will not be left out. They must accompany you, Your Excellency, to this event. Permit me to say thank you to Honorable Kwamko and Honorable Madaki for being here. Thank you very much. Special advisors. Finally, Your Excellency, I must thank the farmers. I reserve them for the last because not that they are the least, but because they are the most important people for whom we are gathered here today. Our farmers on the plateau, on behalf of His Excellency, the government of Plateau State, and indeed the good people of Plateau State, we say a big thank you to all of you. Keep farming potatoes for us and keep making Plateau the #1 potato destination in Nigeria. Thank you for coming. Thank you, and God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Your Excellencies, on a more lighter note, I was waiting to hear thank you, the MC. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, before we will take the national anthem, we'd like for you to please, I like especially for a 5-second video that we've just played at 5 seconds. It's 5 for 5 seconds, please. Media.
The ABG Polars, the owner of potato value chain in Plateau. Let peace reign 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 in Plateau State.